Hey guys, it's Charlene. I am really excited to share some really fun holiday tags that I have been making. Now, I am using the Distress Mica stain for these tags. I'm using last year's release, but this year they have some pretty similar colors, so I will link to that in case you're interested in these. For this first set of tags, I'm starting out with Holly Branch and Peppermint Stick. I love these mica stains, so pretty. I've also got some tag dies from La La Land Crafts, as well as the beautiful Holiday Greetings hot foil plates from Altenew. So I've cut out my tags, you can see from the piece that I sprayed with the mica stain, and now I'm using some Glimmer hot foil in gold, and I'm just taping that with some low tack tape to the tag, and then I'm going to tape down the hot foil plate directly to my tag as well. I'm going to be using the Spellbinders Glimmer hot foil system for this, but if you have other hot foil systems, this may work as well. And to do this, I need to have a die cutting machine, and that's the Platinum 6 from Spellbinders as well. So once I get the foil taped down on there, you saw I took my scissors and I trimmed off any excess. And that's just so I don't get hot foil on my plates or anything like that. Even if I did, it wouldn't be the end of the world. You just have to clean the plates off. But it's much easier to not have to worry about that. So trim any excess foil off. It makes the whole process a lot easier. But the taping of the hot foil plates on there, makes things so much easier. You don't have to worry about them moving around or your greeting getting messed up on the tag. And this will absolutely foil right over that mica stain, which is awesome. So once I get this where I like it, again, I'll trim off that excess foil and I can get my Glimmer hot foil system heated up and I'll have it sit there. Now, thankfully, due to video editing, you guys don't have to wait for the full time. But I just set those down, hit the timer button, and put the shim and the top plate on there. Once that timer did go off, I went ahead and pulled out the plate and I ran it through just one time on my Spellbinders Platinum 6. Now, I will tell you, running it through one time is important. Every time I try to run it more than once, I end up getting not as good of an outcome. So if you're struggling with your hot foiling, see if maybe it's because you're running it through your machine too many times. So you can see there, look at that gorgeous foiling. That first plate says Happy Holidays, and this second one says Season's Greetings. So now I'm going to be using this gorgeous Poinsettia 3D cluster embossing folder from Altenew, and it has these beautiful poinsettias, and I'm putting it through so that just that flower hits right at the bottom of the tag. So it will go over a little bit on the foil, but it's not going to impede your ability to read the foil. I don't recommend going all the way over the foil. I did try that separately off camera and it just didn't look as good. It was a little harder to read the foilings. This way it looks absolutely gorgeous. So if you have any embossing folders in your stash that have these types of images, you can use them on your holiday tags and they look great. So I did use a baby wipe you saw there on the back of the tag, and that's just so I could soften up the fibers of the paper. It probably would be fine without that, but I don't like to take any chances after all of that work. I don't want my paper to crack or anything like that. So now look at this cool embossed image on the bottom of the tag there and that beautiful foiling at the top. So pretty. So I'm going to do the same thing with the second tag. I'm also going to run that through. Now, if you don't have any embossing folders that you can leave kind of a blank area for the foil, I'm going to show you another way to do this as well, which is a fun way to use your die cut sentiments, or if you have a hot foil plate like this, it's a really fun way to use the die cut. So for this second one, I went ahead and cut out the tags first, and I'm coming in with Tree Lot and Frosted Juniper. These mica stains are so fun. They just are shimmery and so pretty to look at. I love looking at them and turning them in the light. And you could do this on a card front as well. I just was having a lot of fun making tags, and I think these just came out so beautiful. And for this one, I'm doing it a little bit more random. The first one I did kind of half and half. That one I did random. So I'm using the Spellbinders Forevergreen embossing folder, and I'm just going to run these through so I can show you what you can do here with the hot foil plates, which is also fun. So I put my plates down, I put some silver Glimmer hot foil down and a piece of white cardstock. Hit the timer. Once my timer was done, again, I ran it through my Spellbinders Platinum 6, and I just did that the one time. And once that comes through, I'm going to use the coordinating die cuts for the Holiday Greetings Altenew set. And I'm going to cut out these 2 greetings. Now, you could fussy cut these, but it's much easier when you have the dies, in my opinion. I'm not a big fussy cutter fan, so I like to use the dies. Here they are right here, and they just look really nice with how they cut out the 2 sentiments. So now what I'm doing is I took the little piece that's actually meant to be kind of a reinforcer, and I die cut that out, and I'm just gluing my die cut sentiment to that. If your tag set doesn't have something like that, you also could use just a little scrap square or rectangle of cardstock and then just hole punch a hole in one side of it. That's all you would need to do. So once I get these glued on, then I can put them on top of my beautiful mica stained and embossed tag, and they'll kind of move around a little bit because they're just going to be lined up with the top hole. That'll make more sense in a minute here once I finish putting these together. So off camera, I did die cut 2 more of the tags in white cardstock, and I'm just gluing the piece that I have the mica stain and the embossing on. I'm gluing that to the blank tag, and that's just so the back of my tags could have a really pretty nice surface, and that will be my spot I can write, to, from, and all of that good stuff. And it's large enough that I can write a nice little personal greeting if I want to on the back of the tag as well. So once that is all glued, you can see I have it set underneath an acrylic block there, that first one, and that's just to help it adhere. I let it sit there for a little bit. So now I've got some twine, and I'm just taking a length of it and I've doubled it over. I'm going to pull the loop through, and then I am going to thread the 2 ends through the loop. So you can see what I was saying now, where that die cut sentiment with the hot foil, it's kind of just, it can move around. It looks kind of like a charm almost, actually, and it just creates this nice look to it. So if you don't have any embossing folders where you can do like I did with the poinsettia, you can use any kind of embossing folder and then separately have your foiled piece on top, and it looks just as pretty. I think those look gorgeous. So here are the first ones I did. I'm going to go ahead and glue the backs on these so that, again, I have that nice place to write on the back. And I did want to tell you guys, I tested this out as well with some of the fancier foils, the ones that were kind of like prism foils or things like that, and I thought it did not work as well. So I would suggest you can try it absolutely and see what you think, but with the solid foils like the gold and the silver, this works really well when you are foiling over the mica stain. It just looks so pretty, and when you turn it in the light, you get all the shimmer from the mica stain, but then you also get the shimmer from the foiled greeting. And I have to tell you, these are some of my favorite holiday tags I've made. I've now made about 8 of them, and I think I'll probably be making some more so that I have a bunch ready for all of the Christmas presents under the tree this year, or for any of the cookie plates or things like that that I might put together to give to people. So I think this is a great way to go. And these sentiments from Altenew, they're just so pretty. I mean, I think the scriptiness of the font paired with the all caps of the first word works really well. And it just, I don't know. I think they're gorgeous. You guys will have to let me know down in the comments what you think. And for this one, you can see I've used a different kind of twine. It's just got a little bit of gold foil detail to the twine, so I thought that went really well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you picked up some tips and tricks today, and I absolutely hope you will try this out. Please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as hit that notification bell so I can continue bringing you more crafty content in the future. Until next time, happy crafting.